You might watch these guys every night in bed, and you might heart all their pics on Instagram. But even though you've known these brothers for years, there are some things about Jonathan and Drew Scott that'll surprise even the most hardcore fans. Think you've got it all dialed in? Girl, think again. Another one bites the dust. Grab the tissues, ladies. Jonathan is no longer the single brother. According to People, in 2015, he started dating 28-year-old Jacinta Kuznetsov, now a development producer for their company. The couple met at a charity gala, but let's just say it wasn't love at first sight. Kuznetsov said, quote, "I kind of shrugged him off at first, but after the two reconnected via social media, they went on their first date." The couple now lives together in Toronto. Jonathan told People, "This is the most humbling, unexpected, fantastic place to be in my life. I've never been happier." So, will there be any property babies arriving anytime soon? Jonathan told People, "I love kids, and I get along great with kids." Well, that's enough for us, Jay. We're keeping our eyes peeled. New show alert. If you can't get enough of Property Brothers, you'll be happy to hear they just announced their newest HGTV series, Property Brothers at Home, Drew's Honeymoon House. According to HGTV, this 4-part series will follow Drew, his fiancée Linda, and yes, also Jonathan, as they work through the gutting and beautification of Drew and Linda's new California digs as they prepare to plant roots in Los Angeles. But working under the time constraints of an upcoming wedding, the only question remains, can they get it all done in time?
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Wedding of the century. Drew and Linda's wedding is shaping up to be one big bash. In an interview with People, Drew dished the details, including having both of his brothers serve as best men. He said, "I want both my brothers to be there. They're equally amazing." He also admitted he's having trouble nailing down a date, telling People,
The funny thing is we have like 4 sets of friends that are doing destination weddings over this next year. So Linda and I are trying to pick dates. And so we pick a date and then somebody's like, "Oh, that's our week."
But before you think these guys are all caught up in wedding planning, not about that tiny house. Tiny is trending, but these brothers want nothing to do with those little homes. In an interview with Pop Sugar, Jonathan said, "Most of the tiny houses we've seen, they're not built to code, they're not actually functional. I've only ever seen a couple tiny home spaces that are actually a clever use of space." The two even spent a night in one to give it a test run, and things didn't go so well. Drew said, "Our whole philosophy is that your home should make your life easier, and as soon as you start tripping over each other and trying to squeeze too much into a space for it to work, then you're not making your life easier, you're making your life more hectic." And you can trust these two, because they've been pros since way back. Mini moguls. As they revealed to People, at just 7 years old, the brothers had their very own business thanks to the support of their parents.
Our parents were amazing. Our parents really encouraged us to always try something new. If there's something that someone said you can't do, find 5 ways to do it.
Calling themselves Jam, short for John, Andrew, and Mom Enterprises, they made wire hangers which they covered with fabric. Though they started out just selling to friends, the brothers eventually got a bulk order from a Japanese wholesaler, officially making them mini moguls. But hang on, these two don't do it all on their own. Locals only. So where do the brothers get their killer renovation teams? They hire the locals. Jonathan told Pop Sugar, "Every city we go to, I hire local general contractors, and I assign a local construction and design lead as well to every project so that nothing gets missed." He added that they're able to get the work done so fast by creating roughly 150 jobs. Jonathan also said, "When I leave town, there's a warranty on the work from the local general contractors who worked on the project." They really are perfect gentlemen, but maybe not totally perfect. Bedhead. We always hear that we should make our bed each morning, and in a shocking reveal, Jonathan Scott does not. He confessed, "I absolutely do not make my bed every morning. I hate that. I make enough beds in a day that I do not want to make my bed every day." HGTV stars, they're just like us. Or are they? Hoop dreams. It may come as no surprise to learn of either of these tall bros playing basketball, but Drew actually had some skills. He told Us Weekly, "In my college basketball days, I had a 43-inch vertical jump on par with Dr. J and LeBron James. Picture a tall, skinny, dorky guy doing laps with jump soles on. Now that we want to see." Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out this other cool stuff we know you'll love too.